Welcome back, everybody. This is Nicole from Wildflower Valley Farm. Today I'm going to be working the beehive, so let me get my hat on. I actually don't wear a full bee suit because to me it's too hot, and my bees typically are not aggressive enough that I feel like I need one. So I just have this very inexpensive hat that I'm going to put on. Let me get that and get the camera adjusted so you guys can see into the actual hive, and then we'll get started. This comb right through here is all a mess, and it is all my fault. When I harvested this honey back in the spring, I actually broke one of the frames and forgot that I had broken it and needed to replace it until just now. So they have attempted to build the comb back here where it belongs, but without a frame to attach it to. So that's just a total mess. But all I really wanted to do today is inspect this hive, and then I'm actually going to add another super on top of this to give them a little more space because they're a little bit overcrowded in here. So I'm going to pull some of these frames out and just kind of get a feel for how they're doing, and then I'm going to add that super on top here, and that is really all that I intended to do to this hive today. I'm going to smoke them just a little bit more. They're probably fine, but I tend to over smoke because I don't wear a full bee suit. And so far, I'm still technically new at this, but so far I haven't found that it hurts anything. So let me get my smoker and smoke them one more time real good, and then I'm going to pull some of these frames out and see how they're looking. If you're paying attention, you'll notice that I am putting in some empty frames and some waxed frames. And my only reason for that, the only method to my madness there, is actually to just save a little bit of money. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I have heard that it works. But like a lot of other things, you just don't know till you try it. These waxed frames are more expensive to buy them like this, already put together and with wax foundation on them. But sometimes you just need a time saver. Sometimes spending a little bit of extra money is worth saving some time. These empty frames here, I actually bought them in parts, if that makes sense. They come in do-it-yourself assemble packages where it just comes with all of the parts and then you nail them together. And that is how I bought them, because that is the cheapest way to buy frames. But like I said, I needed a little bit of a time saver, and so I bought some frames that already had some wax foundation on them, and I am alternating them with an empty frame and a foundation frame, and an empty frame and a foundation frame. And what I'm hoping, this is the first time I've done this, what I'm hoping is that they will begin to build on the waxed foundation first, and then as they move out into the rest of the hive, they will build out the wax in such a way that it will be on these frames the way that it's supposed to be. I do know that they will build on an empty frame. It's just that sometimes instead of building across here and building it straight in the frame, sometimes they'll turn it sideways and connect it to, you know, the other frames next to it and stuff like that. So we'll just see what they do. This is all an experiment. If you're in beekeeping, you know that there's a right way and there's a wrong way, and the right way depends on who you are and your opinion. What I am scraping off of here, if you're not familiar with this is propolis. This is, you might refer to it as bee glue. This is what the bees use to fill in spaces that they're not happy with. You know, if there's a gap somewhere and they think there shouldn't be, they use this to fill it in. There's supposedly medicinal purposes to this, so I'm going to keep this. I'm not going to throw it away. but I don't really know what to do with it. So again, if you are an expert beekeeper and can tell me what to do with this, please let me know. Alright, I'm going to put this back together for these ladies, and I will see y'all in a minute. Lord mercy. Y'all, there are spider webs in here, and I am scared of spiders, and the bees need to do a better job of keeping the spiders out of their box, and that's all I have to say about that. Okay, so now that I have sufficiently disturbed the other beehive, I'm going to disturb this one. This hive is the one that is the swarm that I captured back in the spring. In case you haven't seen that video, I will post a link to that in the description down below. I'm going to smoke these bees and crack this lid. I may be a little bit of a negligent beekeeper, but I'm also a busy beekeeper. And I quite honestly have not had time to get into this hive since I set them up back in the spring. So this will be the first time that I have cracked this open, and we're going to see what I find in here. Full of hive beetles, I see that. So I'm going to put some beetle traps in here before I finish with this today. Another spider. Y'all just don't understand how much I don't like spiders. And I'm just going to take a minute to let y'all see my friend Chicken. This little hen right here is following me around. She is not supposed to be loose in the yard, but there she is, and she's following me around. Apparently she wants to be a beekeeper because she has been over here watching every move I make since I started this afternoon. I'm actually going to do the same thing for these bees. I'm going to put a deep box on top of them so that they have room to expand, because they have completely filled this box full of comb since the spring, which I'm not surprised. This is a medium super, and I'm just really giving the smoke to them because they're everywhere, and I do not want them to decide to sting me. I'm going to pull a frame just right out of the middle here and see what it looks like. See if I can spot the queen. As busy as this hive is, I feel confident that they're going to be fine. They're making me nervous. I'm trying not to be nervous. This is a lot of bees, and this is a little bit late in the day to be working a hive. It's pretty close to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and normally I like to do this in the middle of the day, but I had to work today, and so I did not get to start this as early this afternoon as I would have liked. I'm looking for the queen as I go. I'm probably not going to pull all of these out. I may not pull any of them out if they're a mess. Oh, it looks good. They have drawn all of this comb in the right direction, because these were empty frames that I put in here. I'll just tell you, that's what I did because that's what I had back in the spring when I caught this swarm. And I see baby bees in here. The light is shining on my camera display, so I don't know what y'all can see on camera and what you can't, but what I'm hoping you're looking at is egg larvae, bee larvae down in those holes. So the queen has been here recently, and that's really the important thing, is that I know she's been here recently. I'm actually not going to try to find her because these bees are a little bit upset. So I'm going to smoke them and get them out of the way so I can put this frame back. I'm not going to pull it out and look at it, but I actually believe that I see the queen down in that hole there. So I feel good about the health of this hive right now. So I am just going to put it back together and smoke myself because there's a bee trying to get me. I don't really want to upset the girls, and they're already a little bit upset. So I'm just going to leave them alone and start putting it back together with a new super. Alright, so both beehives are put back together. Yes, I know they need some paint. That is on my to-do list, so no nasty comments down below, please. I will come out here in a few days. Today is Sunday, possibly Wednesday. I may come out if I get home early enough, and if not, then definitely Saturday, which is just the end of this week, and put those beetle traps in. I really just wanted to get these hives put back together as quickly as possible since it's so late in the day. And I did not bring my beetle traps outside with me, so I just wanted to put them back together, and I will come back out here, like I said, and put those beetle traps in here. That is my chicken friend, and I took a beetle trap out of the first hive, and she has found where I just tossed it on the ground as she is eating those beetles, so that's making her happy. I'll get that out of here and get her put back where she belongs, and I'm going to call it a day. If you have enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please give this one a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Comment down below with what you liked or any questions if you have anything else that you'd like to have some more information about. And be sure, if you do click that subscribe button, to click the bell icon so that you will be notified when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.